Hey, what's going on, everybody? Steve here, Rake and Profit, coming back to you with another video after a beautiful morning walk. And today I want to make a video just sharing an update with my business over the last 12 months on Amazon. Now, if you go to the YouTube community tab or just check Facebook, Instagram, I put out a post, a screenshot sharing my sales over the last 12 months, and I've done $722,000. And right now, my sales are around like 50 to 60,000 a month. I've been kind of the last 3 or 4 months around 45, 50, 60. Back in Q4, I had a $120,000 month. I think that was in December. Yeah, in December of 2023. And with all the Section 3s, suspensions, I mean, Amazon's been bringing down the hammer lately, gating products, so on and so forth. And this happens every couple of years. Amazon will bring down the hammer and, you know, make sure that there's legitimate sellers on the platform. I've been just kind of maintaining. And here's the deal. Like, if you want to make more money on Amazon, there's two things that you can either do, right? If you're a thrifter or you're going to library sales, like you're physically picking, you spend more time, you go out and source more, right? And you're going to find more, list more, ship more, and make more money. For someone who does eBay to Amazon, such as myself, the game is capital. The more money you spend, the more money you're going to make. Obviously, considering you have a good ROI, a good profit, and of course, number one, a good sell-through rate, because you could buy all the profitable inventory in the world, but if it doesn't actually sell through, you're actually losing money and you're going to run into cash flow issues. The big change that I made from 2023, well, actually, even from 2022 to now, in 2022, my average selling price was about 38. 2023, I think it was 40 something or 50. And now in 2024, I'm selling way less inventory, but my average selling price, known as the ASP, if you ever see someone say, hey, this is my ASP, that's your average selling price. You take your total amount of sales divided by how many units you've sold, and that's your average selling price. My average selling price right now is close to $120 per item. So, like, for example, in the last month, I've sold about 400 products. Compared to last year, I was selling 1,000, 1,200 products per month, but my average selling price was much less. And one of the reasons I did that is because it's a lot easier on my team. I have 2 virtual assistants in the Philippines who they source everything for me. And when there's less items to source, you could really focus and narrow in on sourcing like really good, high quality products. You know, I used to source items previously. Sometimes I'd go as low as 25% ROI. Now we're up to 40, 50% as, you know, like pretty much our baseline. I mean, sometimes we might go a little bit less, but we've really increased the bar in terms of kind of getting picky about what we're going after. So when you deal with less volume, there's less high pricing errors, less, you know, gating, less just problems, right? Overall, like the more inventory you have, the more items you're going to have to reprice and keep an eye on. So yeah, things are pretty consistent right now. Now that we're getting closer to Q4, I know it's, you know, we're getting into June, so the halfway mark throughout the year. Now that we're getting, you know, closer to Q4, and it seems like the Section 3s and the suspensions are chilling out a little bit, I would definitely say there's a big difference compared to a couple months ago. A lot of people, and I mean, that's thrifters, traditional OA, wholesalers, E to A flippers, A to A, I mean, everybody. It's like, it was crazy compared to a couple years ago. I mean, Amazon really brought down the hammer, but this is nothing new. They do this like every 2 or 3 years, they bring the hammer down. It's not like the world is ending. But I've been kind of just maintaining the last, I would say 3.5, 4 months, because, you know, I didn't want to overspend. And then if something happened to my account, you know, all my stuff's at Amazon and, you know, it's just a liability. So now that things are kind of chilling out a little bit, I'm going to start spending more money, and I'm going to start getting back up to $70,000, $80,000, $100,000 months. So that's the goal. So yeah, last 12 months, $722,000 in sales. Last month, after expenses, after paying my team, after fees, everything, prep center costs, I paid myself around $8,000, a little over $8,000. So I'm really happy, considering I'm spending literally, no joke when I say this, less than 5 hours per, not week, per month. I've made a lot of changes in my eBay to Amazon business, the big one being a prep center, so I don't have anything shipped to my house anymore. I outsourced the actual sourcing of the physical products on eBay to sell on Amazon, you know, a couple years ago, but I've now trained one of my virtual assistants to now overlook all the purchasing, double check everything. So I don't have to go in every single day and check every single item. They're purchasing it on my behalf. They're paying for it. They're sending it to the prep center. They're managing the prep center process. They're dealing with returns. They're dealing with almost everything. I'm literally just overlooking the business, looking at the numbers, obviously sharpening and improving systems and processes, and looking into the numbers and figuring out, like, for example, maybe like as an example, Netgear. I stopped selling like the modems and routers because the return rate was just so high. There's a couple I still sell, but the majority of them I stopped selling. So that's my job, right? To really dive deep into specific ASINs to figure out what do we need to double, triple down on, which ones do we need to kind of stop selling because they're problematic. Yeah, just want to share a little update in terms of where my business is. Still shooting for the $1 million mark, but I'm a little bit behind right now. But sometimes in business, you have to adjust and make changes because sometimes things happen, right? And I'm happy, like I've been saying in some of my videos, I'm happy to make $5,000 to $10,000 a month and spend very little time on the business and take that money and put it into real estate, index funds, other businesses. I've been building softwares. There's a lot of different things I've been doing behind the scenes. I mean, I love Amazon, but for me personally, I'm not going to put all my eggs in Amazon, like in the Amazon basket, because Amazon doesn't care about you. Like we're just like little fish, right? And you never know what could happen on Amazon. So I like to diversify my investments and income and really just use Amazon as a vehicle to produce cash flow, spend as little time as possible and put that into other things. So that's where I'm at. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop a comment down below. But with that being said, much love, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.